in my Winnie the Pooh outfit, it says, "Oh bother," across the top. So remember, oh bother. If it bothers you, then just say, "Oh bother," and it's gone. So, as usual, we will begin with standing up, knees slightly flexed, and just relaxed. And if anybody's tense a little bit, just do the wiggle. Do your octopus, swing it around, whatever you like to do. Awesome. We've all wiggled out, and just let your wings float up and inhale. And exhale. Let your breath just open up with those inhales and exhales. Yeah. Next time those arms float up, open the heart. Start feeling things all around in your body. Is there a scratch? Does your nose itch? Are your feet feeling the floor? All those kind of good things. And this time, let those crazy thoughts in your mind just float away. Woo, let them go. And if you can't do that, you know what to do. Focus on something else, the music, or your breathing, or even the sound of my voice. Awesome. And now we'll go ahead and put our weight in one foot and step out. Press the half of the weight in the other foot so you're evenly weighted, and then hands, palms forward, hands float up, gather in, exhale, and sink the chi. And when I say gather in, I actually mean what you're doing is you're gathering that chi in front of you and pulling it into your heart. It does work. Do this enough and you'll actually feel the chi circulating. But that's like 500 times. All right, now the hands will float up in front. Just inhale. A puff of warm air, and then the puff goes away and everything melts, opening the door. Floating up. Inhale and exhale. Closing the door. One more, opening the door. And exhale. Nice big sigh. The hands are going to float out to the sides again. And now we'll embrace the moon. So one hand goes underneath, and one comes on across the top, holding that moon right in front of your heart, and then letting it go. Other side. Inhale as you gather the moon. Exhale as you let it go. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Last one. And fabulous. All right, hands are going to float together toward your heart. Turn to a corner, doesn't matter which one. Step in, hands come toward your heart. Palm out, step out, and press. Shifting your weight just slightly forward. Inhale as you sit back on that other foot. And exhale, pushing. Moving mountains. Inhaling. And exhaling. Let's do that one more time because it's fun. Inhaling. And exhaling. And then hands go flat, palms to the ground. Switch it around over here, stepping in and stepping in again. Hands come to the heart, step out, heel first, then the weight shifts onto the toe and press. Moving some mountains. Inhale as your hands come back toward your heart. Exhale as they shoosh that mountain over to the side, as my grandson would say. Shoosh it. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and float that just to the center and step in. And now circle your hands, and we're going to do something new today. Hands are going to float up and the palms come forward, one above the other. Doesn't matter which one right now. And then circle them around. And then the other side, the other one's above and the other one's below. But they're right in front, palms forward. This is called showing hands. And in Chinese martial arts, it means that it's kind of like a shaking your hand. I don't have a weapon in my hand. That's what it means. And the other side. And now we'll add in a toe. So as we come around, put your weight in that side. And, oh, sorry, put it in the other side. It's the top hand that the toe taps. Got that? So we'll switch it around. I've got a mirror on my video and there we go. Top hand, that toe. Slide it around. Showing of the hands. Beautiful. And now we're going to do showing of the hands with touching the heel. So the heel will tap out this time and show the hands. Marvelous. Inhaling right here. Exhaling right there. Fabulous. Now let's see if we can do it without stopping. And around we go. Inhaling and beautiful. And around and keep going. And one more time. Fabulous. Step back. Big hug right here in the center. Palms flat to the earth. Melt them down and back to the beginning, sinking the Qi. Inhale, lift and gather. And exhale, sink. And one more. Beautiful. Hands are just going to rest at the sides and we are going to drift and shift. So feeling the weight go into one foot as you shift that way and then into the other foot as you shift that way. And just tick-tock back and forth. Feeling the weight shift. That's the important part, really, not how far you lean, but where you're feeling the weight. Beautiful. As I put my weight in this foot, this other foot will lift up and tap the heel and come back down. Shifting over, lift and tap. Coming back down. Inhaling right here and then exhaling right there. And shift. And there we go. And now we'll add that one hand in. So as this foot gains the weight, the other hand comes up with that other heel and boom, tap. Bring it back down. Shift, lift. Exhaling right here. See if we can keep it moving at all times. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Now we'll add the other hand. Let that foot come up. The hand comes up. The other hand comes right by that elbow, playing the peepaw. Both hands swipe around and over to the other side, playing the peepaw. Inhaling and exhaling. Looking good. Inhaling. Let's do that one more time on each side. And here we go. Come on back over here and play the peepaw. And then take this bottom hand and swipe it around to the top, and the top hand floats to the bottom. Top hand goes away for just a second. Press that accelerator down and wind up a little bit and toss away. Scoop in, inhaling, exhale, and toss. Scoop in, inhale, exhale, and just floats away off the palm of your hand. And now we'll bring the other arm back in to make the moon. That's your inhale. Top hand sinks and the other hand tosses away, parting the horse's wild mane. Bringing order out of chaos. Whole country needs that right now. Inhale and exhale. And now we'll go back to playing the peepaw. So circle those arms around, step in, weight shifts, and tap and play the peepaw. Around again, one more peepaw over here. And the other peepaw. So it will take us to parting the mane. And this hand goes down and up and around, and the other one sinks. Moon, and then let it go. Tap the other foot accelerator. Wind up a little bit and use that torso to really toss. Beautiful. Scoop in, that's your inhale. Exhale and toss. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now we'll use the moon. Catch it up with your inhale. And the top hand sinks and we part the horse's wild mane. Combing out all those tangles and snarls and making it smooth and soft and shiny and silky. Inhaling and exhaling. Fabulous. Come back into the center. And now we're going to add on. So we're going to come up with one arm right here like that. Tap out with the other toe, and this hand just comes out to the side. Beautiful. Stepping back, and the arms are going to circle in front. One comes up, the other one comes out, and tap. This, we just did parting horse's mane, right? This is high pat on horse. So you're patting the horse right there. So you're circling around, that's your inhale. And that's your exhale. Beautiful. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale. And the hand comes up first, and then the toe comes out. Fabulous. And one more time. Circling those arms around. Arm comes up, and then tap out. Nice horsey. Come on back in. Big hug for everybody. Hands float down, and we'll go back to the beginning, sinking the chi 3 times. Inhaling as we lift and gather. Gather that chi, bring it right into you. And slide it all the way down to your feet. Fabulous. I don't know how many that was, so let's do another one. Beautiful. Okay. And let your arms float up in front like a big puff of warm air is floating them up. And then open them out. And as you do, feel your heart opening and stretching out into the entire room. And then bring those hands floating back to the center, about the size of a basketball is what you're holding right now. And then just tip one hand to the top and one hand to the bottom. Bottom hand just slowly floats off to the back corner. When the fingers point that direction, elbow will bend, and bring your hand up toward your cheek. And then the top hand sinks a little bit and floats palm up. And when it does, press one hand over the other. Repulsing monkeys. The other hand floats back. When it points toward the corner, the elbow bends, comes up toward your cheek, top front hand flips, and exhale, press. It's also called fending off the monkeys. Back to the other side, elbow bends, bring it forward, front hand flips. This is also, prior to translation, called the arms are wheeling, making wheels with the arms. If you do this really fast, it does look like that. And one more each side. Float it back, elbow bends, front hand goes palm up, and press. And the other side comes back, elbow bends, palm floats up, and as we push forward, we're going to add on. So that hand will just push everything off to the side. Lovely. The weight goes in the extended arm foot, and the other foot toe comes up, or heel comes up, sorry. And we just bounce. Don't need to bounce very far. It's just the movement itself that we're looking for. And this front hand goes down with the bounce now. That's your exhale. And 2. And after this one, the front hand will stay still and the back elbow will bend as we bounce. Fabulous. Last one, and then we're going to do them all together. Bounce, press, and wave. Two. And after the third one, we're going to step out on that foot that the toe is pressing only. Now step out on that heel, shifting the weight to the toe, and then the front hand brushes around the knee, the back hand comes along with the torso and push. And just rewind. Exhale as you brush knee, push. Fabulous. Rewind again. That's your inhale. And exhale, brush knee, push. Fabulous. Now this front hand sweeps down, the back hand floats up, and they both meet back where they started. And now we'll brush knee, push, and sweep it down again, and up and over to the beginning, and one more. Brush knee, push. This time as we sweep down and up and back, step back in. Let those arms windshield wiper over the top, and then we put the weight in this foot, and this other heel comes floating up, and we'll bounce. Once, twice, and after this time, this front hand will go down with us. So exhaling and inhaling. The breath actually does help you float up. After this one, the elbow will bend in the back. Exhaling and inhaling. Exhaling and inhaling. And the last one. And then all together. Bounce, down, press and wave. Beautiful. Last one, and after this time, we're going to pick up that toe, step out on the heel, press the weight into your toe, and then the front hand brushes around the knee, turning the torso. The other hand just presses. And rewind that. And exhaling, brush knee, push. Beautiful. One more. And this time the top hand sweeps down, the back hand floats up, circling around right back to the beginning. And we'll do 3 more. Exhaling, brush knee push, sweep it down, float it up, and come all the way around. Exhaling, brush knee push, down and up, and all the way around, and then 1 more. Beautiful. Now just go ahead and step back. We'll make a big hug for everybody. That was great. Floating it down, all the way down to the bottom, and then back to the beginning, sinking the Qi 3 times. This is the last one. Beautiful. Let's float those arms up in front again. Opening out. And then bring them palm up right over your head. And then make a circle so that, well, here we go. Your head's in the middle of the circle. Inhaling right here, and then exhaling, tip to one side, gently, gently, keeping the weight even in both feet. Beautiful. And your next inhale, float back up. Always float up on your inhales. Exhale to the other side. Just take a nice big breath. And on your next inhale, floating back up. Beautiful. Let's add on to this. Tipping our moon, we're going to let it reflect in the water. Just right out there. Inhale and exhale. I'm laughing because my dogs are howling. On your next inhale, bring that reflection back up to the moon and tip it straight. And then exhale again. And then reflect that moon right into the water. Beautiful. And on your next inhale, float it back up to the top. Ooh, big one. All right, come on out. Open those arms out wide. With one hand, slide it around in front. Come up over here in the corner. The other hand shifts down, and then blow those cloudy hands across the sky. Fabulous. In the other corner, hands shift and float. One hand faces you and the other hand faces the ground, if you want to get technical. This is your exhale, and this is your inhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling and blowing those puffy clouds right across the sky. And 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. And now just bring those clouds to the center. Just keep them right where they were. One hand will come palm forward, and on the other hand comes around and down and makes a big circle and just comes right by that hand again. Inhale as you come up, and exhale as you go down. Zen circle. If your mind gets crazy ever, just do a Zen circle and bring it back to focus. 1 more circle, and then we'll switch hands. Right there. And then this hand will go down and up. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Let's do 1 more. And then both hands are just going to melt right about hip height. And we'll do horizontal circles. So just like you're polishing a table. Circle around right in front of you. Doesn't matter which way you're going because we're going to go the other way. So both hands are just flat to the floor and circling around. Shining up that table. And when you come back to your belly this time, go to stillness and then go in the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling. Doesn't matter when, just a big fan of breath here. Don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. The next time you come close to your belly, come to stillness, and then float those hands all the way up. We haven't done this one in a long time. Now we're going to slide our hands diagonally together off to one corner, and then sweep them around to the other corner, and sliding back, and down, as many times as it takes to get back to the beginning, and then float those hands back up. And go in the opposite direction. So I don't know which way I went first. I think it was this way. Oh well. It really doesn't matter. Just exhaling and inhaling on the way down. Sliding down the mountain. And when you get to the bottom, float them back up. And this time I know which way I need to go. This way first. Exhaling and inhaling as you need to. And if you really want to get into it, you can actually go ahead and sway your whole body as much as you like. Just don't lose your balance. And bring it up again. And one more time, let's slide down the mountain. Beautiful. And when you get to the bottom, come to stillness for a second. Lift up. Big hug right here. Open out. Bring it back in. And then let the hands melt down. And now we'll open the heart. So arms rotate out. Float up overhead. And then the fingertips come in, and the hands just melt down, leaving a little space between the fingers, right to your center. And then float up, and then reach out and grab up that chi. It's right in front of you. Pull it into your center and then to your heart, and then let that new chi just go right down your body. Woo! Yeah. Floating up again, inhaling right here. Focus that energy right into a beautiful bright line right down your center. Exhaling. And then when you get to the bottom, focus that energy into a diamond. Bring it up to your heart, flip it over, and press it out. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, and then hands melt down. Fabulous. We'll do that a couple more times. So floating up. Gather all that chi. If your palms are tingling or your fingers, you've got some chi there. Fingers melt down the center line. Bouncing it up to your heart and then out and around. Beautiful. Scooping it back in right to your center and then back up to your heart and letting it go on down right to your feet. And then gather up some more. Focus it like a funnel right to the top of your head and then straight down your center. gets right to your center. Form that diamond, float it up, and press it out with an exhale. Sharing the heart, opening the heart. One inhale. On the next exhale, we melt it down. And then one more time, let's open the heart. And it melts down your center line. Exhaling here. Ooh, yeah. Bouncing it up to your heart and then out and around. Grab it in. Inhaling as you float back up. And then let it go. Inhaling again. Focusing that energy right down your center line. Bringing it right down there. Dripping it down to your core. Find that diamond in your fingers. Bring it up to your heart and press out. Yeah. Inhale, and then on your next exhale, let it melt. Beautiful. And now, before we close, I would like to do bouncing on your toes 7 times to ward off all illness. So get your feet as close as you need to keep your balance, or as far apart as you need to keep your balance, whatever. And the way we do this is we inhale and lift to our toes, or just lift our heels. And then we bounce and breathe 7 times, and then hold it, and then drop down and really just let everything go. Okay, so here we go. Inhaling, coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, and then let go. Boom. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling. Hold and drop. Fabulous. Last one. And drop. Fabulous. Now for one last thing before we totally close, make soft fists in front, just soft fists, and rub your hands together right here, like that. Rubbing, rubbing, rubbing. Inhaling and exhaling. Don't forget to breathe. And then we're gonna, when I say 3, we're gonna splay those hands open. So 1, 2, 3. Anybody feel a tingle? That's your Qi. Awesome. Okay, so we will go ahead and sync the Qi 3 times. I still feel the tingling in my hands. Exhaling here. Inhale, lift and gather. Exhale, and then at the bottom, wrists cross rather. Float them up in the center. Open out. Close the door. And then whatever foot you stepped out on, step back in. And a little bow is always very nice because you need to acknowledge that you brought yourself to TaijiFit today. Awesome, awesome, awesome.